Okay, so another technical hitch. Facebook won't let me on. So, going to be on YouTube. If you're hearing this, you found it. Let me just do that. Oh, let me just get rid of that. Okay. Right, so that should be it, I think. Let me just check. Okay, so. Yeah, fantastic. Okay. Sorry about that full start and a late start and everything. Anyway, here we go. So, hello and good evening and welcome to the influencerfunnel.com number one. I guess I should put number one in there. If you're here, you're probably wondering what an influencer funnel is and why we need it. So to answer that question, I need to tell you that the status quo of selling is basically this, which is buy my thing. Buy my thing now. Buy my thing now, else your head will explode. I said now. P.S. You don't know what my thing is, but it will change your life. Sex, drugs, and rock and roll. That's what SDR stands for. And I'm going to add a scarcity timer because, dang it, I said buy it now. Okay? Now, that's the status quo of selling. That's what we all want to do. It wants to be as simple as that, which is, buy my thing. But the trouble with that is that the number of people who want to buy your thing when they don't really understand what your thing is, or if they need it, is very, 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 very small. So, what do we do about that? The second thing is that the status quo of funnels. So people have got very excited about funnels because it's a great way of turning your, low-cost front end or your front end, whatever it is, into a lot of money. Easily 10x the amount of money you make on the front end by adding OTOs, basically. So people have got obsessed, basically, with funnels because you can make 10 times as much as your front end by adding OTOs. So we understand that. The problem is that most people, to give the exact figure, 98% of funnels don't succeed. Okay, 98% of funnels don't succeed. Now, 2% of them do, and they do astronomically. Okay, and if you don't believe that figure, just think of it this way. ClickFunnels has, like over 100,000 members, 100,000 members. Okay, and the number of people who have won, 2 comma awards, which is basically, something over £1 million, dollars, whatever it is more like 200. Okay, maybe it's more than that now, but it's not very many compared to 100,000. 10% would be 10,000. Okay, and 10% should be reasonable, I think. So there should be 10,000 members of the 2 comma club, but there isn't. So there we go. So even if it was 1%, that would be 1,000, and maybe that's what it is. Okay, and maybe it's slightly over that, which is why I say 2% of funnels are successful, and 98%, maths are not successful. Because if you can't make $1 million a year out of your funnel, then it's not $1 million funnel, and therefore it's not really that successful. Now, I'm not saying that it's not worth doing. I'm certainly not underestimating the amount of work you put into it. And even if you're only making 6 figures out of it, 100,000 plus, then that's a whole income, a whole job for you, and congratulations, it's brilliant. Okay, well done. You got it out there, and you're getting your 6-figure income back. That's brilliant, but it's not amazing, is it? It's not amazing. $1 million plus out of your funnel, now that would be amazing. That'd be more like it. So why isn't everybody doing that? Why isn't everybody doing that? And I think the answer is this. It's very simple. Is that people are focusing on the funnel. People are focusing on the funnel. And the funnel isn't the thing that actually sells. It isn't actually the thing that you're selling either. Okay, so what do we mean by an influencer funnel? So an influencer funnel is really, it's a funnel, okay, but it's one that basically takes into account what's behind or inside a funnel. And so an influencer funnel is really, three pillars, basically. I mean, there's probably lots of different versions of this. So this is my version of the influencer funnel. And, the first one, the obvious one, the one that we all tend to do is how can I help you? Okay? Which is a bit like buy my thing. Okay? But that has to be there because some people, depending how they get at your funnel, which part of the funnel they get to, that's exactly what they want to do. They want to buy your thing. But more, impactful than that is he can help you. So obviously that's a testimonial or a referral, okay, or social proof, any of these kind of things, where somebody else is saying good things about you. So if somebody else is saying good things about you, and that's word of mouth, that's going to have way more impact. Okay, and the more people that say good things about you, the more reach you're going to have. So really, that's what we want to do. Now, everybody, most people should have testimonials and stuff like that and social proof on their funnel. Okay, but really, in the influencer funnel, this is part of the funnel, and it's the way people get to your funnel. So that's a contradiction in terms, isn't it? It's a part of your funnel, but it's also the way that people get to your funnel. But what I'm really saying is that it's not an add-on. It's actually really important. It's part of the funnel is to get people to the funnel itself. I know I can't make that not a contradiction, but that's the fact. We want the funnel itself to be a way of people getting to the funnel. So this isn't optional. And once you establish authority and you get branding and all that kind of stuff, then you can say, here's how I have helped people. Okay, and again, that's slightly different to how can I help you or buy my thing, because this is about, other people have bought my thing. This is the success I've brought to other people. And, if that applies to you, then, here it is. Okay. Now, these things are all different, but most people only think about this one. They add this on in the page, but they don't use it as part of their funnel. Okay, they stick it on the on a funnel page, but they don't treat it as part of the funnel. And again, when we build authority and we have brand and all that kind of stuff, and again there'll be some testimonials and things in there, but also there'll be backlinks from authority sites and social momentum, so people are talking about you, and and all that kind of thing. Okay, let me just make that a bit smaller because it's not going to fit anymore. And again, that's not something we just want to include on our funnel. Again, that wants to be part of the funnel. Okay, and then there's all these other things that we need to consider when we're even talking about a funnel. Basically, what is the offer? We can't have a funnel without an offer. Okay, so we want to have, our offer needs to be, part of what we're doing. Let me just draw that in because I didn't forget. Well, I did kind of forget, but it's definitely a part of it. Okay, and an offer is much more than a product for sale. Okay, it's the way it's sold and the way it's presented and everything. Okay, and then also there will be a value ladder in that offer as well, which is not just OTO. It's about how you get value to your buyer. Okay, so it's also going to be their client journey and how your value ladder fits in with their client journey. Okay, which we put in here actually. But again, I'm just saying the offer is, that makes up the offer. It's not just a product. Okay. So the other things in when we present the offer in our funnel, are we giving results in advance? Not just proof of other people. Are we actually able to give results in advance? Because again, that needs to be something else that our funnel contains. That it is, and it's not just mentioning something on the page. It's actually building this as a concept into the funnel. That's what makes it an influencer funnel, because we're able to influence people with all these factors. Okay, the other thing is that most people only do improvement offers, which means that they make it better than something else. But the reality is that most people will have tried and failed at other things. Think of diets. How many first-time dieters do you think you're likely to encounter? Not very many. Nearly, 99%, plus of people who come to your website, if it's about dieting, will have already been on a diet, and the fact that they've come back to you again kind of proves that they've failed at their previous diet. Okay, so they don't just want another diet, a better diet that's going to fail. They want something new. They want a new opportunity. They want the opportunity of finally being able to lose weight. Okay, it's not just a diet. It's not just another diet. It needs to be a new opportunity of how they can finally lose weight. Otherwise, what you're doing, you're just regurgitating, a small improvement on something that's still not going to work. Okay, so again, this has to be part of the funnel. If the funnel is only going to regurgitate something that doesn't work, it's not really very valuable, is it? So the customer journey and the value ladder we've already, mentioned already. But basically, it's not just that there should be a front end, an OTO, and OTO, and OTO. The customer journey isn't 15 minutes long. Okay, the customer's going to want to do this, pretty much really for life. Okay, so we want to be able to offer them value for life. Again, in dieting, it's not just a single diet. Really, what they want to do is they want to change their lifestyle. So, they're not going to use your, product, for infinity, but the concepts and the teaching and the takeaways and the lifestyle that they're going to develop, that they are going to use every day of their life from now onwards, because it works. And it's how they, not only lose weight, but how they keep that weight off. Okay. And then, basically, there wants to be, your story and a reason why, this is going to work, why this is true, what it's about, why it's different, all that kind of stuff. So all of those concepts need to be in the funnel. Just having a sales page with some features on it and some OTOs where you sell them more stuff, in sequence, is not really the funnel. Okay, it's not a good funnel. That's probably why 98% of funnels fail, because if that's all you're doing, you're not really offering any value. Okay, you're just increasing the revenue from the front end. But if the front end doesn't convert, if people don't believe it, if people don't buy the front end, then you can have as many OTOs as you like. It's not going to do anything, because nobody's ever going to see them, because they're not going to get past the front end. So the front end has to be all of these things, all of these concepts, all of these concepts. And that's part of what an influencer funnel is, because it's influencing people of what you can do for them. And also you've got other people, other influencers, sending people to you, recommending you, because you know what you're doing. Okay? And that's another way that you're going to get reach and traffic and all that sort of stuff. So again, a funnel isn't a self-contained, little part of a sales page with some, price bumps on the OTOs. Okay. if you can't get people to buy your front end, if people don't get to see your front end, if people don't like your front end, if people don't buy your front end because it doesn't have all these ingredients in it, then then you're stuck. Okay, so the influencer funnel tries to address all of these factors. Okay, so as I said, we need to start somewhere, and logically we'd start with the authority bit of the funnel, where we go, here's how I have helped, these people, other people. Okay, because if you haven't got floods of testimonials and happy customers yet, what can you do? Again, we don't want to just say buy my thing, which is this box here. We actually want to go, well, here are the stories, here are the case studies of the people I've actually helped. Okay, but how do we get even to that stage? How do we get to the point where we can say, here's how I've helped these people? Who are these people? Where did they come from? How have you helped them? So before we start anything, as we start our business, basically we want an MVP. So an MVP, I'm saying it now, an MVP stands for a minimum viable. Some people say product, but I think technically it is actually proposition, because proposition is another word for offer. Okay, because we're not selling an offer. We're not selling a product. We're selling an offer. We're creating an offer out of this product with all the other factors that go into it, that make it an offer or a proposition. Okay, so when we're starting, or whenever we start, any new campaigning, really we want this minimum viable proposition, which you could think of as a pre-launch as well, in the sense that we're saying to people, this thing's not even out yet, it's coming, what would you like to be in it? And then we take the minimum viable proposition of what people have told us that they want. Okay, so we're not assuming market fit, we're actually asking the market what they want, and then we're going to deliver it to them in stages. Okay, so and this partly comes about because the reason that I'm doing this webinar, basically, is that somebody in one of the forums, in one of the SaaS tools, in one of the funnel tools, asked what was the perfect funnel for a SaaS. And the short answer to that is, it's probably every funnel you've ever seen in your life, all running simultaneously. So where do you start? Well, we start with the MVP and the pre-launch. So there's another thing, basically in that, what do we want an MVP or pre-launch funnel to do? What's its objective? And basically we want to reach people, and reach the right people really, and raise awareness of our brand, and then involve them in our brand. And involve them in our brand is the key thing here, because if it's a pre-launch, it's because our thing isn't fully set up yet. We're actually we're trying to find market fit. We're asking the market, what is it you actually want? Okay. And then we're going to give it to them, and then that gives us a much better chance of success. It's a much higher chance of success. So that's really what we want to do. We want to reach the right people and raise awareness of our brand and involve them in our brand and define our authority, in our brand. So that's basically, if you want to look at it that way, is an indoctrination sequence. Okay, in other words, we're trying to familiarize people with who we are and what we've got and what we can do for them. Not in that order, probably. What we can do for them, what we've got, and who we are, probably in that way around. And part of that indoctrination sequence is going to be that we want to do attraction marketing. So we want to be omnipresent. We want to be multi-point points where people can find us. And that's probably from explaining the problem. Okay, in other words, what's the problem they have that we can solve? And then we're putting that in front of them in lots of different ways. And again, as I say, that wants to be part of the funnel. Okay, it's not just a way that we get people to the funnel. The funnel really, an influencer funnel actually needs to say, it's like a little mini ecosystem. It's saying, I need to attract people with this problem, and then show them what I can do for them. Okay, that's how you're influencing them. And as I say, we want to make sure it's a new opportunity. We want to make sure that we're covering the customer journey and the value ladder. And as I say, that's not just a 15-minute, experience. It's a lifetime of, transformation and evolution and all that. And then also within that, we want to do results in advance, and we want to tell our story so that they understand how we can help them. Okay, but as I say, the big difference here really as a concept is that the funnel isn't just a thing at the end of your traffic. The funnel, an influencer funnel, is really integrated into it, the way to get traffic, because influencers will send traffic to you as referrals, word of mouth, all that sort of stuff, and the social momentum, because they're talking about you and what you're doing, because again, what you're doing is in your funnel. Okay, it's not that you've got some detached blog somewhere, or that you're doing social publishing, or that you're doing video marketing. That's all really part of the same thing, because the funnel really, in the way that people mean it, is your business. Okay, your funnel is actually your entire business. It's not just a sales page with some price points of OTOs glued on. Okay, the funnel should be an ecosystem which is actually generating traffic into it and nurturing people through your business. Okay, so I'm actually going to write that down, I think, because I think it's important. So a funnel is nurturing people through your business. Okay, because that's what it's about. Okay, it's a business. It's not even selling stuff. Okay, I mean that's the end, the end result. But it's not, it's not just putting up a product sales page and saying buy me. Okay, the whole of the idea of the funnel, particularly the influencer funnel, is we're trying to get people to, understand what our business can do for them. Okay, understand what our business can do for them. I messed that up. Hang on. There we are. So that's a really important point. Okay, so how do we do all this? Okay, it's kind of getting complicated now. So the good news is that there's also people get so obsessed with funnels that they think, all I need is the right funnel. Which funnel should I use? I just need the right funnel. And, there are some classic funnels that people talk about, like the product launch funnel and the webinar funnel and the giveaway funnel and, and free shipping and handling funnel. And they're talking about them as though they're different things. But again, as far as I'm concerned, again, this is my personal version of the influencer funnel. Let me just get that. So this is my personal version of of the influencer funnel. Okay. Sorry, was there? There's actually only one funnel. What have I done with it? There it is. Okay, which is this master funnel. Okay, because basically we can modify this, to be any kind of funnels that we want. Okay, but basically, no matter how you dress this up, this is basically the flow of business. Okay, in other words, we attract people to our business, we show them what we can do, prove what we can do with results in advance. That will be basically no commitment. Okay, you shouldn't have to say, give me your email before I tell you what my business does. I mean, that's crazy. Okay, so we want to be able to tell them what we do, without any commitment. But the good news there is that there's this thing called remarketing, okay, which kind of Facebook made popular, but it's available in all sorts of places. But the thing about remarketing is that you put a little pixel on your funnel, and it tracks people go through it, and then people like Facebook, you can say to them, anyone who's seen my offer or seen my content, I want to show them this advert. Okay, and they don't even need to come back to your website, and Facebook and Google and whoever else does it will show them your ad on your conditions. Like, if they've ever been to my website, I want you to show them this ad. Or if they've been to this particular page on my website, I want you to show them this ad instead of that ad, or whatever it is. So it basically means even though people don't come back to your website, you can still reach them. Okay, so remarketing is incredibly powerful. So, even if they don't opt in, okay, even if they don't opt into your email list, okay, this is really important to understand. Even if they don't opt into your email list, you can still remarket them, okay, which means you can still show your ads to the people who are the most interested, even if they don't give you their email. Okay, that's how powerful remarketing is. So we don't even need to do an opt-in here because we can do remarketing. Okay, but if they're interested in this and we've proven that we know what we're doing and we can help them, then we can ask them to opt in, the micro commitment, and say, give us your email, and we'll tell you how to get to the part 2 of this thing, or tell us where to send part 2 of this thing to you. However you want to again dress that up. But basically you're saying, if you want to see the advanced stuff, if you want to see part 2, let's have some commitment from you, a little micro commitment, and, give us your email. And if you give us your email, under GDPR, we are going to explain to them, we will send you, some other emails which we think are, highly relevant to you and which will help you totally to understand, what you've come here to find out. Okay, because we can't do it all in one go. Okay, we're going to show you, part 2 now, but even that's not enough. We want to tell you about all the other things coming and update you and see how you're getting on and get your questions. And that's why we want your email. Okay, obviously that's a bit long to put in a GDPR statement, but basically, when they tick the box to say, yes, please send me more information, that's the reason. Okay, because what we're showing them right now isn't enough. We want to be able to follow up with them. We want them to be able to ask us questions, and we want to be able to ask them questions, and we want to be able to serve them and give them what they need in relation to this topic. Okay, and that's what we're going to do with their email, and that's what our GDPR statement says. Okay, so there you go. But if they're up for that, then we show them, part 2, which is again super high value. It's solving their problem or part of their problem, and it's premium content for no cost. Okay. Now in that we're probably gonna also raise another problem. It'll show them another part of what needs to happen. Okay, because we can only show them one thing at a time, and then we're going to explain to them that that bit isn't free. Okay, so if they're really into it and they understand part 1 and they understand part 2 and they still really want to do this thing, that really they need to buy part 3. And part 3 is not really inexpensive. Okay, so it's not a huge commitment. It's a subs kind of, $27 offer. Okay, it can be anywhere on the scale you like. But in a lot of ways, the more that is, the more qualified they are. If it's $1, then, almost somebody who wasn't even interested in it would buy it. Okay, so it's not much of a test, is it? But if it's a moderate amount of money, then we know that they're super committed. And then if they buy that, that's basically a sales page with a buy button on it, and it will deliver them, whatever it is on the thank you page, and then they can get that and consume that and get what they needed. Okay, but also in that offer, oh sorry, in that product, that's part one of the solution, and it will do part one for them. Okay, we're not going to play games and leave bits out, and sell them a car without tires, anything like that. They've got a full to go situation here. But if they want to go to the next level, now we've got them to level one. Okay, they've paid, they've got to level one, they're doing level one, they can do level one forever. They're always going to make money out of it. Everything's brilliant. But if they want to take it to the next level, then really they want the next bit of training. And what the next bit of training will do is it will let them 10x, their own performance. Actually, sorry, I'm wrong there. It'll actually 100x what they're doing. Okay, so it's a 100x offer. So if they buy this, they'll get 100x results. Okay, I should call that results. There we go. Okay, and we're going to charge 10x of the previous offer. Okay, because it's more skilled information, it's more valuable information. It's going to be 100 times their results, and they can get 100 times the results for only, sound like a salesman there, for only 10 times the amount they paid for offer one. Okay, so if they're up for that, then they do that. Okay, I'll leave that like that. And then when they've done that and they consume it again, this doesn't have to be 1, 2, 3 in 15 minutes. Okay, it's not like here's what you need, here's another bit that you need, here's another bit you need, all in the same funnel. Okay, this could be over time. Okay, because they may need to consume this and actually get good at it, and they may need to consume this one and prove that they can do it for themselves before they'll even consider doing this. So, again, people think of sales funnels as being, 1, 2, 3, in the moment, and saying, if you want to supersize and supercharge your results, then invest in this now. Okay, but it could be this is over time. So again, the influencer funnel doesn't have to be all at once. Okay, it might be over time, or it might be, it may be that we offer it all in one, but it may be that we nurture our relationship so that they can come back when they're ready to do the next stage. Okay, our first job is just to get them to buy this one. Okay, when they're ready, then they can buy this one, and we're offering them 100 times their results, but only 10 times the price. Okay, and then, as I say, either in the same moment or in another moment, or by nurturing them, again, there's another level that they can go to. And really, we want 1,000x their results. I know these figures sound ridiculous and scary, but this is literally what we should be able to do, for them. Okay, because we're taking their money, we want to give them, maximum value for it. So if they can 1,000x the results they got from the first offer, then then it's going to be 100x the price. Okay, and as I say, this may not be really appropriate for right now. Okay, again, that's why the influencer funnel is about over time and nurturing the relationship. We're trying to influence them. We're not trying to fleece them. We're trying to influence them, for life, for the better. And that's why these things are at these price points. Okay, and that's why we're going to do them over time. Now, some people are lazy and they just want to, take a big offer, or take the main offer and split it up into 3 and go, well, here's the car, but there's no tires. So you buy the car and then go, oh, did you want tires with that? And then for a little bit more, you sell them the tires. And then for, the next bit is, it hasn't actually got an engine. And you go, what? How can it not have an engine? And you go, well, we don't put the engine in because we want to give you the choice of the engine for you. So now it's like a customizable car. And you go, okay, God, how much is the engine? And then they'll give you, a choice of 2 or 3 engines or something. And it might be, a little bit more. But, so some people are lazy and they do funnels like that, which are basically, as far as I'm concerned, they're bait and switch funnels. Okay. And they're incremental pricing. So they may even be the same price or only 10 times the price, for apparently a lot more. It's very common to do a standard version, which has got most of the features you need missing, and then they'll do a pro version. And then after the pro version, they'll go, well, if you want to do this for other people, you need a developer or a agency license. And then there might be an agency license, and then there might be a white label license where you can brand it yourself. And every time you're doing this, it's sucking more and more money out of the clients. So to me, that's a lazy funnel. That's a bait and switch funnel. What I'm really saying as a business, we want to, get them to, get them on board, get them, prove it to yourself, get them results. And then if they want to take it to the next level, they can. And if they want to take that to the next level, they can. Okay. And obviously this isn't all going to be done in the same funnel in the same moment, but all these pages are going to exist. And then the thing that's going to glue it together really is either remarketing or email. Okay. Or however else you can get hold of them. Okay. Which could also be, some sort of club or membership or, push notifications or SMS notifications or, there's 1,001 ways you could do this. So, but, however you can get hold of them, and then you can remind them and offer them, what's going on. So that's basically the influencer funnel, and it's a bit different in concept in that, everything in it is about it being kind of an ecosystem that, self-generates, that other influencers will, send people to you because they like what you do. The social momentum of what you're doing in the funnel will bring more people into you, and more things will send more traffic to you. And you're developing your relationship with your audience all the time through every aspect of your funnel. Okay, now if all that is going on, hopefully you see that you're really influencing people in how you can help them. And as I say, other influencers are sending them to you as well because they really like what you're doing. Okay, so that's basically that. So now we're just gonna actually kind of put a funnel together basically, if I haven't gone on too long already. And I'm in this particular thing, I'm using a bit of software called Influencersoft, which is a new product. It's kind of version 1 in alpha. Sorry. There we go. I think the sneezes are over now. Anyway, sorry. So version 1, if you buy it now, you're going to get grandfathered into all the new features and everything. And you can get it at clickthisclick.com/go/FUNL, which is short for funnel. Okay, that page isn't even really live yet, but by the time you get there, hopefully it will be. So the point is, we're going to make this, this master funnel, in it. And, how can we make it into the original question from the forum, which was, how can we make this the perfect SaaS funnel? Okay, so we've got this, which is talking about, freebies and all this kind of stuff. How do we apply that to an actual SaaS, software as a service kind of thing? Okay. And, it's basically the same, kind of way in that instead of, the freebie of, the problem, we're going to address the problem and educate them or train them or show them how to solve that, in that sense. But obviously it's behind the SaaS. So if your SaaS is, I always use this example, which I always regret, but anyway, if you're using a Twitter broadcaster, a tweeter, I like to call it, something that can schedule your tweets, then, what is that about? So, people don't jump out of bed in the morning, or usually, that I've ever seen anyway, saying, I must find a bit of software that tweets for me, that auto tweets for me. People don't get jump out of bed saying that. What they do jump out of bed thinking is, how can I build a better relationship with my audience? Okay, how do I build a better relationship with my audience? Now, that's really the problem, or that's a variation of one of the problems, involved in this. Or you might think that Twitter's about building a community or building a connection or getting a two-way conversation happening or anything like that. So building a community, that's something that people might jump out of bed thinking, I really want to get, more customers, and I want to build a better relationship, a closer relationship with these customers. How do I do that? Now, that's, probably what they're thinking. So these are the kind of problems that we're going to put in the funnel. And notice that I say problems, okay? And again, in our funnel, we may have more pages that address, different problems. And then basically, as we said in one of the other slides, what's the purpose of the MVP? And it's basically, as we said, to get more reach to the right people, raise awareness, involve them in a brand, and then into brand and show them that authority and that we know what we're talking about. And that's basically an indoctrination sequence. So how do we make this funnel into an indoctrination sequence? So in this bit, we can basically, it could be as simple as running a quiz or a survey. Okay. And this bit of software, click.com/go/FUNL, short for funnel, it would actually make quizzes and surveys as well. But even if it didn't, that's still just basically a page. Okay. And you can make in any page builder or in WordPress, anything you like. Okay, so as I say, the tool isn't even really the point here. The point is concept, and the concept is, we attract people to us, by talking about their problems and how we can solve them, or what would solve them. Then we ask them in some sort of quiz or survey or some means, commenting on content even, or anything, what would they like? How would they like to solve the problem? And then we can basically go away and say to them, okay, well, you've told us what you want, and we're going to, offer you that as a SaaS. Okay, but it's, it's an alpha or a beta or whatever, and we're just fleshing it out, and we're going to flesh it out with what you want. Do you want to be a part of that? Do you want to be a beta tester? Do you want early access to it? Do you want a discount, a lifetime discount to what it's going to be? And that's our offer. That's our first entry level offer. And it may not be these price points, but that's going to be basically it. I mean, I guess the big difference with a SaaS really is that this is going to be recurring. Okay, so it's not just about the price, it's about the fact that they're going to pay that every month. Okay, that's the thing that makes it exciting, because £17 doesn't seem like a lot of money. But when it's yearly, okay, that's getting on for $200. But instead of asking them for $200 up front, we just say to them, give us £20 a month or whatever it is, and by the time they've stayed for a year, that's $240 we've got out of them. So, from their end, they're thinking it's $20. And from our end, we know if they stay for a year, we're earning $240 out of them. Okay, less, any yearly discount or whatever. But, basically those kind of figures. So, it's very affordable. It's kind of pay as you go, and they're getting value from it every month. And as long as they're getting value every month, they're going to keep paying. But instead of asking for a lump sum, the big difference is it's recurring, so they pay a smaller amount, but every month. And then once they're in our funnel, once they're a paying customer, then we can do the same 10x kind of offer, where we want to, do something, give them enough value that they are willing to pay 10 times the price they're paying, for the other thing. So, as I say, if it was £240 a year, we want to be able to offer them something for $2,400. Now, that could be a lump sum all up front, or it could be, again, that we split it up into monthly payments and make it a part of the SaaS. But it could be a platinum or a premium part of the SaaS, or it might be training. Okay, it might be something related to what's going on, or it might be templates, or it might be consultancy, or there's 101 things that it might be that offers that much value to them, that they can want to get. And again, as I said, in the other one, we want to offer them 100 times the value, or the results, I should say, and that's why they're going to give us 10 times the original offer. Okay, and then again, when after that's finished, or possibly we can invite them at the time, but as I say, the nurture sequence is always going to give them the option to come back at any time and go up to the next level. Okay, and then we do the same thing again with this, and again this might be some advanced access. We might make them validated reseller or an affiliate or an agency, give them some insider training, make it white label. Okay, so it's like they own their own software. So again, there's a reason why, a real reason why it could be 100 times the price, but offer 1,000 times the results. Okay, because if they can get their own customers, then they're going to increase their income, by however many customers we let them have. As part of the thing. And then, as I say, we've got this nurture sequence, and again, for this, it's basically, largely really going to be email, but we can still remarket to them. We do still have, the kind of, the group concept, because the SaaS itself is basically, a membership. Okay. So we can get hold of them, one way or the other. We've got a very close relationship with them now, because they're actually using our SaaS, daily. At least we hope it's daily. Otherwise, we're not doing our job right for some reason. And we got the chance to talk to them whenever we need to, and and then we can upsell them to to either of these things. Okay, but it could be even on the first transaction, they're happy, they want the pro version, and then they want the reseller agency version. So it does make sense in that particular case, for the SaaS, for it to be all in one. But again, if they want to prove it to themselves first and stop here, that's fine. And then the nurture sequence will then upsell them or grandfather them in to these other things. Okay, so but the point here is that even for the SaaS and even for an MVP, where we're trying to do an indoctrination funnel, okay, we still only need this funnel. And what do I mean by this funnel? I mean we still only need these basic 6 building blocks. Okay, they're going to subdivide and get a bit more complicated, as we go on. But basically, we only need these 6 things ever. Okay, so you can dress it up as much as you like, but the indoctrination funnel is basically always going to be a version of this. Okay, so how do we do this? Okay, so now I'm going on a bit longer. I'm going to cut it to another one, but I just want to show you, this bit of funnel. This bit of software. Which, as I say, you can get from clicktosclick.com/go/funl. Okay, but let's build it out. So this is Influencer Soft. Okay, so this is a funnel builder. It's also got email and stuff built in and all that kind of stuff. But I just want to show you, basically what happens. So you create your website, and you can build it out and add your static pages and all that kind of stuff. But the magic's basically going to happen in the funnel. So the good news or bad news, depending how you look at it, is that they've already got. Let me put the cut up there. They've already got all these types of funnels pre-built for you. So if you want to do the free coaching funnel or the live webinar funnel or JV live webinar funnel or simple product launch funnel or digital summit funnel, which is unusual, but anyway, that's happened. Another version of that for some reason, or an ebook funnel. or mini course, or lead magnet, or free shipping plus book funnel. Okay, so any of the regular funnels, any of the lazy funnels, okay, are right there for you. Okay, but I want to show you something else. Okay, so we're going to create a new funnel. Okay, which is basically blank. Whoa. Okay, so the basic point is, you can map this out as you want, but basically one way or the other, people are going to find you. Maybe it's a link on Facebook or something like that. And then what we're going to do, so we could send them to a members area or an external site that would exist, or an opt-in or anything like that, or a payment page, all this sort of stuff, an upsell page or an order page. All these things are already there. Okay, but because of what we're doing, if you remember what we're doing here, we want to first start them off with a free bit of content. So we're just going to do a content page. Okay, and this is a visual page builder. So basically you can just draw an arrow from one to the other, and then when they come in on this link, okay, they're going to get to this page first. Okay, and then we could just map the entire file. I won't build it all right now, but then we want an indoctrination page, which is a quiz or a survey or something like that. Again, just for the moment, I am going to put in. I'm just going to put in another content page. Okay, and again, this page can link to the next page. Okay, so let me just name these just to make it a little less confusing. I picked the wrong button there somehow. So this is attraction. It's not a lead gen or an opt-in. It's literally, just that. And then, so I've named it, and now it says, what is that page actually going to look like? Okay, and again, they've done all the work for you if you want. So they've got all these types of things. They've got, content funnels, videos and whatever. They've got, landing pages, all sorts of designs. You can do a feature subject thing. You've got subscription pages where people can actually opt into something. So if you're doing a webinar, you can do, pre-made webinar funnels. There's upsell products for pages for products. There we go. If if it's an about page or something like that, or a branded product, you've got all these kind of product pages and company pages. When you're ready for them to use the cart, you've got the checkout pages. So I'm sure you've seen these kind of sales pages before. They're highly optimized, for doing that. This is about activating staff, and then you can have countdown pages if you're running a special event, special offer that's going to end soon. Okay, so all these things are pre-built for you, and basically, we could just, not even be lazy. We could just go with the optimized version. Okay, but none of these things particularly are actually the influencer funnel. Okay, because even the content page isn't exactly what we're doing. We are going to give them content, and it could be a content page, but it's not exactly the way that we're trying to do it. Because remember that an influencer funnel is not just about a sales page or a number of pages glued together. Okay, it's about this whole reason why. Okay, that one. Why, and and framing it and how it's going to work, and understanding their value ladder and everything. Okay, and the content page alone doesn't really do that. Okay, so that's why I'm going to do something else. So I'm just going to go to all, and I'm going to do a blank template. Okay, and there's not much to see, so we can just do that. Okay, now I'm not going to have time to build this whole thing out for you now, and obviously there could be a lot of fine tuning and polishing and tweaking and all that kind of stuff. But this is basically how easy it is. Okay, so I've created a blank page, and they've already given a starting point with this, which we could just edit. And if I have a header and a footer, I can have those automatically on everything that I do. So your legal pages, your privacy and all that kind of stuff. You might well have in a footer, if you're branding it, you might well put that in the header. You may put navigation to other stuff, but because this is a funnel, we want to tend to avoid any distraction with menus or anything like that. So we could just click these things and do all this kind of stuff, but to make it easier, for me anyway, I'm just going to actually get rid of that. And then what I want to do is I want to have a subheading. In fact, that's the wrong word, but I forgot what the right word is. Which is basically in one line, calmly, what's this about? Okay, there's going to be a big heading in the moment, with a big promise and all that. But if they actually, sane people, and they just want to calmly understand what it is, without all the kind of sparkle and banners and stuff, what actually does this do? Okay, so of course, what I haven't told you is what we're building this funnel for. Okay, so my version of a SaaS, in this particular case, is not really a SaaS; it's a membership or a club. Okay, but it's the same idea. They pay every month. They get to use the resources, which are hosted for them, and they can make stuff and publish stuff and whatever. In my case, it's going to be they're going to be able to watch stuff. Okay, or there might be some interactive stuff as well, but who knows? So I haven't thought about this now, but basically, I do this thing called sci manga, which is science fiction manga, and I'm just gonna kind of give them the catchphrase, and again, what the words are going in here and what they mean. I can't talk while I'm typing very well. Okay, I might change that, but just so you get the point. So, this is what it's about. So explore new universes and help to stop the destroyer worlds in this. I don't know, you can't type in it. In the science fiction manga experience. Okay. So it sounds a bit like an online game at the moment. So I'd probably have to rewrite that. So one of the things I just want to show you is about sections. So, normally I'd actually probably leave this one as white, but particularly for this, I've selected the whole area there with the settings button, and I can just set a fill color, and I'm just going to set a very light kind of thing there. And then the other thing is, it's got a lot of space around it, which is good, and but a little bit too much. So I'm just going to make that 30, and I'm just going to make that 10. Okay, so you can control. Actually, I'll make that 20. So you can control the spacing of everything. It's important to put white space in it. Okay, and now we're off. Okay, and then we just save the page. Okay, and then all we're going to do is I'm not going to build this whole thing out, right now, and I need to think about what I'm saying in it. But I'm just going to add a new block. Okay, and this one is going to be okay, and I'm just going to make that more of a heading. Okay, so you've got all these kind of text option tools here. We can change the color and stuff, which I guess we will. Okay, but I'm going to change the font to have that one. You can add other fonts in the system in another place, and all the styles are basically here. And then I can bold it up, whatever, and make it super bold. Okay, and then obviously we don't like the background color for this, so we're just gonna change that back. So it looks like black. Yeah, that's quite cool. Okay, so we can do that. Okay, and all this is mobile responsive, and we can decide which block show for for which kind of thing. And then just to kind of finish off the page, I'm just going to sorry, I clicked the wrong button. Just go to one more section. Okay, and it's the whole thing, I think. So we're just going to add an element. So in the add element thing, you've got everything you can think of that you'd normally do. Oh, there is an indent. Sorry, I was looking for that earlier. I didn't find it. So forms, buttons, videos, images, links, tables, social buttons, comment blocks, whatever you want. But I was just thinking of a video. And so you just drag it over and you can see it's going to go, wherever it's going to go. Actually, I don't know why that didn't exactly happen. Sorry, it's a different view. There we go. Okay, so let's just try that one more time. I don't know why that isn't going in there. Anyway, there, maybe it is. Or maybe it isn't. Okay, I don't know why I'm having an issue with that. Okay, just my finger trouble. I've only had it a day. Let's try an image. No, I don't know why it isn't going in there. Anyway, okay. Let's just do a quick look. So we've got all these pre-made content blocks as well, which is pretty cool, actually. Actually, yeah. So we could actually even do that, couldn't we? So that could be the Destroyer Worlds, as a section. Okay. Or if we don't like that, which I don't actually, I'm just going to get rid of that. God, I got rid of it. What happened? There we go. There we go. So I just want to add a video in there. Let me just go back to. See what other blocks they got in there. Yes, we could. There's probably one there. But I'm going to go back to the widgets thing actually. Right, so I'm talking about in there. Oops. That's better. Okay. I don't know what I was doing wrong before. Anyway, so we put a video in there. And then obviously we don't want this bit of text. So, well, actually, maybe I do actually, because that could explain what the, what the video is about. But again, I may not want that color. Okay, so again, I can just go here, and then I can, pick a. Yeah, again, I would try and work out, matching colors and stuff. Anyway, but basically, we're kind of there now. So we've got the subhead. We've got a big, promise. Then we got a video thing, and then there's a little explanation of the video, and then we could go on with, the next step and all that kind of thing. So this is obviously going to play them a clip of, what's going on, and as per our funnel, this is totally free with no commitment. So anybody can come along and see this page, and do it, and then it's gonna, we'll have a button here to link them to the next. But what I just wanted to show you was. We can have all these sections, different colors. They could be images, they could be video backgrounds, whatever you want. It could just be plain white, and you can stick whatever elements you want on them, countdown timers, all that kind of thing. And it's basically drag and drop, and as simple as that. Okay, and we could preview it, just to get rid of that head a bit, just to see what it looks like, and then it will pop up. And that would basically be what the end users would see. So the preview wouldn't normally be written there when it's published. So it would look like, actually I can't do that. Anyway, but it would look like it would start from the green bit, and then we would have this stuff, and then we would give them a call to action to see to opt in to see the next bit. Okay, and so that's how easy it is to build these out. Okay, and we've saved it, so that's fine. And that was, let's get that out of the way. That was page 1. Okay, and then we just do the same thing with page 2. So let's just click that, and we just call it. So I call it opt-in for part 2, or to watch. Okay, or so I don't know where it does that. Actually, I'll change that to tell us where to send. Yeah, something like that. And then again, we could, we create that page. And again, I could use, one of their pre-done pages. Okay, they've got all these types. But again, I'm just going to do, a blank page. Oh, there's not much to see. And then we would, drag and drop it to get exactly the elements we wanted, on there, so that it's exactly the way that we want. Okay, and as I say, they give us this starting point here. Okay, that kind of thing. Okay, I'm not going to build that out now because we're running out of time. I've gone on for too long already. And, and basically we're there. So you can see that we would just go through that process. Okay, we'd add our 6 pages, and we'd build out the pages we want, or use their pre-made blocks or widgets or sections, and just make it like that. Okay, and we'd make it live, and we'd save it, publish it. Okay, and basically, whenever we want to preview it, we would just go from there. And if I had my link to the next bit, I click the button, and then I go to the opt-in page, to see part 2. Okay, there we are with that the bit at the top. And obviously, it's all just about personal, taste and how you want to design it. You might hate these colors. I do actually. But we color match it as we want. But they're just to show the sections so that people know, that they're going from one important bit to the next important bit. It's not just all kind of merged into one kind of blob. Okay, but that's how easy it is. We just drag in whatever we need. Okay, we link it from one to the other, and then we just populate that out. Sorry, what did that? Oh no, it's done. And then what would that next page be? Right, then that'd be the the early bird offer. So I'm just going to call it that. Okay, so now we're getting very close now. So you can see, in very little time, okay, we can build out. Oh, it wants me to create the page there. We can build it out as we want. I'm just going to put my blank page in there again. The building blocks are great and everything. It's just they're not exactly, the mood and the story that I want for the influencer funnel. So that's why I'm not using them. But we could use them as a starting point and edit them and stuff. But sometimes I find that takes longer than building it from scratch, because we know exactly what we want to put in. If you see what I mean. Just save that. Okay, no, mate. So we've already put in the 3 pages, of our funnel that we need, or our influencer funnel that we need, and we just put these other 2 in here, and then we would see how we would integrate the email and all that. We'll just respond to that, because this package does do email as well. And that's basically it. We're building our influencer funnel out. That's how easy it is. And we're done. As I say, the email campaigns, the autoresponder campaigns, to nurture them, would be here. Okay, and there is our live funnel, for that. I can't name it there, can I? No. And and as I say, this is Influencer Soft working and that's how it works. And as I say, if you want a preset funnels, they've got all those, but we're actually building out our influencer funnel, just like this. And and if you buy my training, whatever it is in the end, I can give you the link to this, when I finished it, to this influencer funnel, and then you can just, edit the bits that you need, put in your products, your pricing, your buy link, that kind of stuff. Okay, so that's basically it. I'm going to kind of end it there. But you can see we can do this, very easily in this software, click.com/go/FUNL, and we can build out our influencer funnel. Okay, but the difference with the influencer funnel, as I say, is everything is about, being a self-sustaining funnel. Okay, so we haven't put that bit in yet, but basically, we can have all these traffic sources and everything, but at the moment I've only got one, attraction. I didn't save that page now. Anyway, that one, attraction thing in there, and it could be that we want more of these. Okay, and again, it's just simply a matter of, say we've got 6, sub stories that we can share, about the manga thing, and we can just link, our traffic sources to them. I think I can just bring on another one if I want. Yeah, there we go. Okay, and we can just duplicate that out, as we want to. Okay. So I wish I'd saved that bit now. Anyway, let's just mop that back in. What was that again? That was the early birds. There we go. So I forgot to click save when I did that. Or it could be because I didn't put any content on it, but whatever. Either way. So yeah, I've got it there. I'm going to create a blank page again. Okay, and then we flesh that out. Okay, not much to see here right now. Okay, I'm going to delete that. I'm just going to put that in there to remind me. Like that. I'm going to save that page down there. And then we can come out of there. Actually, let's save it one more time. There we go. Okay, that's what I didn't do. I didn't save it after I'd done that, did I? Anyway, okay, right, there we go. Okay. I haven't created that page now. Oh, hang on. Sorry. Okay, again, I'm just going to put a blank page in there. Okay, and then we're just going to save that again. Okay. That's that done. Go back here. Save this. Oops. Okay, that's saved. Just do it one more time. There we go. Okay, and then we've got our funnel here, and we can record that and copy it and use it whenever we want it. It's just rendering the image there, and let's just see if I can remember and name that. There we go. Okay, and there we are. That's an recommendation. Come on. Oh, no. There we go. Let's just save that one more time. That's called that. And now, when we look in our library or whatever you want to call it, there it is. And as I say, we can do all these other things with it. Copy it, share it, put it in different categories so it's all organized, nicely. And it's ready to go whenever we want it. So that's basically it. So, as I say, the whole thing about, the influencer funnel is that it's kind of an ecosystem, and everything about the business is in the funnel. And the funnel isn't just about in the moment, it's about nurturing your audience, to take them through your value ladder. And sometimes that will be appropriate to have it, all at once. And other times, each step might be, have a period where they actually consume and prove to themselves that they can do it. But as a business, this is actually what I want to happen. Okay, because each section is going to be worth 10x to me. So it means that I get a big lifetime value out of them, and it also means that I'm different to every other funnel, because every other funnel is going to be saying, what we said at the beginning, which is buy me, buy me, buy me. So it'd be episode 1, Simanga, buy me. Okay, it's not good, and everyone else's idea of my business would be, buy me, buy the HD, buy the podcast, buy the book, whatever, buy 3 for your friend, whatever they think that they can screw out of people, in the moment. That's their idea of a business. Okay, that's not my idea of a business. My idea of a business is this, the influencer funnel, as I say, where there's only ever really these 6 building blocks. Okay, and even for the for the Simanga funnel, it's still these 6 building blocks. That's all it is ever. Okay, and then we just build that out in the funnel builder, which, as I say, if you want to join along, clickjustclick.com/go/funl. So that's it. I'll, leave some comments. Tell me if you like this. Tell me if it's helpful. Tell me if you want more of it, and then we can go into more detail about the rest. And then we can do more. But otherwise, this is the introduction to what an influencer funnel is, and I shall see you on the other side. So that's it. Bye-bye for now. Bye-bye.